Hello everyone and welcome back to another video, or welcome to the channel if you are new. We're in the car starting today because we are doing a workout video. So just a little we're gonna have a little chat before I go in. Essentially we're here, the gym is that big building there. We're just gonna have a little bit of a talk about what's happening this week with me with training. So this week for me is a deload week. What that is basically where you cut your volume from about like 50 to 80% to let your body recover a little bit. I have been putting my deload week off for ages. You're meant to kind of do them. It depends on your kind of personal recovery, how your body's feeling, things like that, but I probably haven't done deload week since the gym's reopened, and you're meant to do them kind of like every anywhere from like 5 to 10 weeks, and probably the upper range is probably 8, but I haven't done one since the gym reopened. So hang on, my battery's flashing red. There we go, that's better. Anyway, as I was saying, you're meant to do it that amount. I've been putting mine off for ages because we've got the holiday coming up. I was really enjoying pushing myself every week because since my injury and kind of retraining my body how to work properly, I have been getting better every week. Everything's been going up steadily and I've been really enjoying that. So I've kind of been putting off deload, but then last week my body was just like, babe, it's not happening. I was so tired, and in the sessions I just felt like poop. So I'm doing my deload week this week. I'm going to explain a little bit more after the session, I think, because the lighting's not great in here. My eyes look insanely dark because Laurie has done these thick lashes. Look at them, they are beautiful. I'm going to look at the lens. I normally look at the screen because I just don't like seeing that I'm looking straight at the lens, but look at them. They are so thick and beautiful and juicy, but when the camera's over here, it kind of just looks like I've got black eyes. So I'll explain a little bit after, but the weights that you're gonna see me doing are kind of really light, and I'm not pushing myself to the absolute most. Normally I literally go to either failure or 1 or 2 reps in the tank. I normally do 2 sets. People are looking at me because they're getting in the car next to me. I normally do 2 sets to really hard complete failure, and then I'll normally do 1 or 2 sets with lighter weight, so it feels a little bit easier, have a few reps in the tank, and I mean that's what's best for muscle growth anyway, but I just focus a bit more on form on the other one. So on these sets I'm not actually pushing myself to failure or near failure because I'm just reducing my volume by quite a bit. So if you see me just looking like I'm breezing through it, that is why. The workout's still valid. I haven't changed the workout at all. I've just changed the amount of sets that I normally do. So I normally put along the bottom how many sets I do, not just how many reps, because the reps is very personal to you and how much weight you're using. So I'll normally put the sets. I'm going to put the real sets that I normally do in the normal workout, not in the deload week, because in deload I'm doing 2 sets per exercise. So yeah, I'm going to stop talking, we're going to go do the workout, and then I'll chat to you a little bit more about why we actually need deload, because everyone I've told that I'm on deload this week, they're like, oh, I don't do that, and I'm just like, right. So we'll talk about it after. So I'm on seated row at the minute. I'm sorry if you can't hear me, it's very loud in here. Quick note about, so the YTWLs, which are the ones that I did at the beginning, they are for, oh my god, no, it's stuck in, oh no, my head. I do that far too often. So the YTWLs, they are good for shoulder health. So I do them because of my traps issue, with my traps taking over everything, but then also being really weak at the bottom. It's a whole deal, but YTWLs are really good for shoulder health. They are called that because of what they are. So I might actually put this in before I've started, so all that's not going to make sense, but the YTWLs, they're named like that because that's the shapes you make them with your arm. So the first one you make a Y, your arms go up in or Y, and then you make a T, so your arms go out to the side and you make a T, then you make a W with your arm like that, and then you make an L with your arm like that. So they are amazing for shoulder health because they just include all of your shoulder muscles. So I will put that in now, and then I'll explain a little bit more about the shoulder press, which comes after. shoulder press, you can see I'm doing like single arm. The reason I do that is because I just find I can control the movement better, like so much better, and I also panic less in terms of like if I go heavy, if I fail, so I can like use my other arm to help me, because I get a lot of anxiety around failing when I'm by myself and then like really hurting myself. So I do it one arm so that I can like help myself if I need to. So yeah, now we're gonna do the single arm row, which is what I'm actually on now. This is because I did cardio, and I don't know who can do cardio with their hair down or in a pony, because it just sticks to my back, and you know when it's like, ugh. Like there's some girls at my gym that train with their hair down, and I'm just like, God, like how? Is that chocolate? Yep, lol. I don't know how people do it at all. So my battery died before the last exercise because my Canon battery, it's just not all that. It doesn't tell me that it's nearly dead. So when I turn my camera on, it's like, you've got no battery. And I'm just like, but you didn't even tell me it was low. So my camera died. So the last exercise were bent over dumbbell tees. So what they, some people probably call them rear delt flyers, but because I'm focusing on a specific bit in my back, I call them tees. So there's a few different ways to do it. I'll show you really quickly what I do. Excuse the puffy being a mess. It's been a mess for weeks and it's my fault. I need to put stuff away, but I keep not having time. Right, let's get you set up somewhere so I can show you just on the puffy. Okay, hopefully you can see that. So I have one dumbbell in one arm. I literally lean over on the bench, arm straight and pulling up and back, and that's it. I do 4 sets of that at the end of my workout, and that's the last exercise. So I just want to explain a little bit about this one because there's so many different ways that you can do it. Like I say, I do it bent over, single arm, one dumbbell, and I have my arm completely straight. If people are trying to focus more on like the rear delt, you could probably like bend your arm a little bit and focus on pulling from there. But I'm kind of doing it for my lower traps, so I keep my arm straight and pull back, focusing on like my lower traps, bringing it up. There are so many variations of tees because like you saw at the beginning, I did them in YTWLs and I had it on an incline bench. I was doing it on a flat bench. I was actually using the decline bench and setting it to the like flattest setting because the like normal benches are way too like low to the ground, like my arms can't stay straight. So I was using that and I had like my head on the bench, like proper like smushed up, and then doing it double arm. But then one day, I can't remember why I did it, but I did like bent over tees and I was like, this feels so much better for me. And tees are one of those things where it depends on what you're trying to work, and it depends on you, because I prefer my hands facing together, but some people prefer their hands like out, like that, rather than like that, which is what I do. So try and find the variation that works best for you in terms of tees. I much prefer, like that's my favorite variation I've found so far. But you could do the incline bench, you could do flat bench, you could do standing. That's a bit harder though. I definitely say you want it like, when it's a tee, you want to have like something balanced on, not balanced on your chest, but you want to be supported. So I thought we'd talk a little bit more about deload week a little bit more and why it's needed. Because like I say, I have mentioned it to quite a few people this week just because I chat to everyone at the gym. If you've seen me at the gym, I'm probably talking to Liam or someone at the gym if you've seen me. I'm self-employed. I don't have anyone to talk to at home apart from Jack, so I talk a lot at the gym. So everyone I've talked to, I've told them it's a deload week and they've all just been like, oh, I don't do that, I just push myself every week. And if you are honestly pushing yourself every single week to the maximum amount of capacity, you need a deload week. Like, your body at some point will just be like, no, like, stop, there's too much volume, there's too much increase going on. You need that week for your body to have a little bit of a break. And it's been proven in research that if you have that deload week, your volume can actually go further up afterwards. So I'm gonna grab my phone, because who is it, what they're called now, the PT Collective. I follow them, and they have some really good stuff, like breaking down research and things. And even if you're not a PT, they're a great they're a great company to follow, because they just have some really nice infographics and breaks it down really simply. Obviously they focus on PT stuff, but I'd say it's a good thing for anyone. You don't need to be like in the industry to understand their posts. So they had a really nice breakdown of showing like how it works in deload. I'm sorry, the reflection. So if you can see there, there's like a little dip when you have your deload, but then you can increase it more and then dip again and then increase it more. Whereas if you don't do that deload, you're probably going to keep increasing, and you probably will increase till after what a deload's meant to be, but then it's going to plateau. Like, it will eventually stop to the point where maybe you get like an extra rep if you're lucky that week. So having that deload just gives your body a little bit of rest, a little bit of like recuperation to then go ahead and again smash it. You can do it in loads of different ways. So like I mentioned earlier, I'm just doing like 2 sets of a lot of stuff. So I have decreased my volume by like just taking off the sets, whereas you can also figure out it with weights and like reps and all the, and you can even just take a week off the gym, to be honest. That is a deload effectively. But I don't want to take a week off the gym, and I really like using this opportunity of a deload to like focus on my form a bit more. So even though I have took off sets, I've also lowered the weight on quite a lot of stuff. Like, I think today the only thing that I did working weight on, I didn't on anything today. On my lower yesterday, I think I did on something, but today I didn't do my working weight on any of it. I just really focused on form and like mind muscle connection a bit more. So like really feeling like bicep curls, that my biceps were like lifting up the weight rather than like my shoulder or like my traps, because they take everything. So I really like using this week as just being like, right, get back into the form of things and then go back up again. Because like the whole idea is you go down and then you don't go straight back up to where you were, you kind of like work up to it again. And I really like having that, right, like this is it, my body's going to recuperate and we're going to be able to smash it again next week. So I just think people think that you don't need it, but honestly you do. And it's just so much better for your body. If you are watching this and you think, oh, I've never really felt like I need to do that, the reality is you're probably not pushing yourself to like your absolute failure or your absolute hardest, where you think, like, you might be thinking that you've got like 1 rep in the tank. You might have actually quite a few, because your body will probably tell you. Like, it doesn't even sometimes feel like your body, it's just sometimes you're at the gym and you're like, I cannot be bothered for this workout. That is your body being like, I need a rest. So even if your motivation's sky high, my motivation at the minute is sky high. I want to be so strong. I really want to smash it at the gym. But last week I was like, I can't be bothered for this workout. And I was like, right, like I need this deload week, even though I don't want to do it. I need it. But it has been quite nice to focus on form a little bit more. And my workouts are taking like an hour when normally they take like an hour and a half, because I give myself a load of rest. So it's been nice. I enjoy it. It's just like the thought up to it wasn't great. So yeah, I just thought we'd chat a little bit about that, because I'm sick of everyone telling me that they don't need a deload week when they do. It's just your pride being like, I'm gonna smash it. Like, no, take a deload week. Anyway, I'm gonna stop chatting on about it. I'm gonna love yous and leave yous. I'll not turn this into a vlog. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please make sure to leave it a like. My gym videos don't do as well as my other videos, whereas this is kind of like where I came on YouTube, so I would really appreciate any kind of support on these type of videos, whether it's a like, a comment, a share to someone, like anything. Like, I would really appreciate it. So thank you very much for watching. If you're new, please don't forget to subscribe, and that's it. I'm gonna stop rambling. Thank you for watching. Bye. How many times did I say thank you for watching? Jesus Christ.